Hi, I'm Zoe Spiliotis. I'm an artist and arts educator, and this is my son Oscar. And today we're going to show you how to make a radial pattern. Are you excited?
Yes.
Okay, let's get started then.
So today we're going to create a radial pattern. And the way we're going to create that pattern is by using a type of symmetrical arrangement called radial symmetry. When something is symmetrical, what you see on one side is exactly the same as what appears on the other side. So for example, if we take a vertical line and we run it through the middle of an image of a butterfly and the two sides match, then it's symmetrical. Radial symmetry is symmetry around a central point instead of between sides. So our elements, the lines, shapes, colors, all repeat around a center point. And the arrangement of those elements creates a radial pattern. Let's look at some examples of radial designs in art. A beautiful example of this kind of symmetry would be a rose window. This is made from stained glass and is often found in the interior of cathedrals. We can also see these Tibetan monks are creating a beautiful mandala made from sand, and it's another example where radial symmetry is used. So let's get started on our own radial patterns. The first thing we need to do is to get set up. So you want to go ahead and take out your template that was included in your kit or printed off the internet. And if you don't have a template, that's fine. I'm going to show you right now how to create one from scratch. So if we look at our template, you'll see that we have a large circle on a square piece of paper, and that circle is divided with two diagonal lines, so it creates four pie shapes that are the same. If you don't have one of these pre-printed templates, then we just need to replicate this, and you just need a sheet of paper, a straight edge, and something circular to trace. We're going to want to make our paper a square. So this is simple. You just take one corner and fold it over till it reaches the opposite side of the paper, and then give it a crease. You're going to see a triangle on the top and a rectangle on the bottom, and you want to cut the rectangular section off. Once it's cut off and you open the paper, you'll have a square. Now you will want to take the other corner of the paper and match it to the opposite corner. And this again will create a triangle, so go ahead and give it a crease. And when you unfold it, you will have a square page with two creases that create an X going through it. You can use a ruler or a straight edge to trace the crease lines if you would like and make them a little darker. So now we're ready to draw our circle, and you can do this with a plate or other kind of circular object. I used a bowl. Just put that bowl over the middle point where the lines cross and carefully trace around the edges. And now we're ready to draw our radial designs using either the pre-printed template or the one we just created. So now we're ready to draw. For this first part, all you really need is a pencil and a crayon or a permanent marker. If you have a ruler or a straight edge, you can use that. And also my son picked out some circular objects that he could trace to create circles. So if you have those, feel free to use them. So using your pencil, you want to put a shape in one of the pie wedges, and then you need to repeat it in each of the other wedges around the circle. So each pie shape is going to have exactly the same shapes in it. It's going to be symmetrical. So once you've taken that first shape and you've repeated it in every pie wedge, then you're going to want to keep adding more shapes and lines to your pie wedges. Just make sure that whatever you put in one wedge, you repeat in the others in the same place. And remember that you're just freehanding this. So if you make a mistake, just erase it and draw it again. And then keep going until you have filled up the pie wedges with shapes and lines. Okay, so once you've filled up your wedges with shapes and you like the way it looks, then you've completed your radial pattern. So great job. And now we can get started coloring our designs. You want to take a crayon or a permanent marker and trace over your shapes. This will give them a bold outline. Once you finish tracing all of your shapes and lines, you can use markers or more crayons or colored pencils, whatever you have at home, even watercolor paints to add color to your pattern. So you're going to want to use maybe a combination of these materials to fill in those shapes that you've created. Just remember to repeat your colors radially so you keep them in the same spot from wedge to wedge, just like you did when we drew our design.
Okay, we're all finished with our designs. So here's our radial patterns. We hope that you had as much fun as we did today.